what they teach doctors in medical school is if they have more than 3 or 4 symptoms, they're a hypochondriac by definition.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, everyone's been gaslit by doctors because they're taught that. It's not like they're trying to do that to you. So the trick is to understand if you have something foundational wrong, it's going to cause more than one symptom. If your mitochondria aren't working, if your vagal nerve isn't working, if your mast cells aren't working, if your cortisol secretion is broken, it's not like we're all going to have just one symptom. It's going to show up all over the place with different symptoms for different people. Mm-hmm. And we have so much ability to test for this stuff, and we understand it now. And this is why I think biohacking is so important. It's not your doctor's job to make you well. It's only your job. You hire your doctor, you hire your health coach, you go online and go to Reddit, wherever. Only you own this. Mm-hmm. And they all work for you. And it's okay to be efficient about it. It's okay to say my priority is feeling good enough to keep putting food on the table for my kids while I heal, and to do that first. In fact, I recommend doing that first. And you did it. For me, it was modafinil, which is a drug for narcolepsy.
I wish.
Dude, I love that stuff.
Yeah. I was diagnosed with idiopathic hypersomnia, like almost narcolepsy. And so that's how I got put on Adderall. But I tried modafinil and it was like nothing. I swallowed like 5 of those suckers, the whole thing, and went to sleep. Yeah. No, and then I did 23andMe, and it was like, you don't metabolize this.
That sucks. Yeah. For the vast majority of people, modafinil, if you're dealing with chronic fatigue, it just gives your life back. I was on Nightline like 12 years ago, and I was the only guy willing to not have a bag on my head. And it was about the limitless pill. And modafinil is that. So I've been on it for 20 years. I went off it for a couple of years when I was testing the Bulletproof Diet. My brain is much better on 100 milligrams of modafinil in the morning.
Have you tried adrafinil?
I have. I don't like it as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
So
I'm jealous.
I take a bunch of other smart drugs too. You might like one called Deprenil. Do you know about that?
No.
This is a really cool one. In fact, I should talk about this more in biohacking circles. It's more of a longevity drug, but it sensitizes your dopamine receptors. And when you
like that.
When you're tired, when you have chronic fatigue, you just don't have desire to do so because it all feels so hard. And if you get your dopamine working better, things don't feel so hard. Dopamine gives you pleasure and motivation from working towards something, but not from getting it. So what you do is you take 3 drops of liquid Deprenil, which is a microdose, and it protects your neurons, your dopaminergic neurons, so you're much less likely to get Parkinson's as you age, but it makes you feel more energy because your dopamine works better.
Deprenil. Interesting. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, you want the liquid form of it.
Okay.
So the cool thing is we've gotten kind of deep on pharmaceuticals, but the other thing that's missing in the world of chronic fatigue or just being tired is circadian biology. For me, my bedtime was 2:02 a.m. I've been tracking my sleep for 17 years because I was such a crappy sleeper. And I just couldn't fall asleep before then. There's stuff to read, stuff to do. And that's not very functional. By controlling the color of light and the intensity of light in the evening and having dinner a little bit earlier, I moved my circadian window to be normal. I go to bed at 10:30, right? Sometimes I go to bed at midnight because I'm staying up late. Before, midnight was unspeakably early. This has been my entire life since I was 10. And so you see me at night, I'm going to be wearing red True Dark glasses for a reason. And I have dimmer switches throughout my house, and I have red light bulbs. And
do you like my Edison bulbs?
Nice.
Or do Edison they need to be red?
Help. Yeah, I have straight up red LEDs. And so I just switch on those lamps at night. And if the sun is down, you should not be staring at bright white lights, even for 5 seconds. You'll still sleep, but your sleep score will be much lower. And I've seen people with weird autoimmune things, people with even things like bipolar, they control their lighting and it goes away. So a lot of this is tied to circadian disruption. Your gut bacteria have their own circadian pattern every day. So one of the reasons you feel crappy when you travel is that your gut bacteria didn't have their sleep-wake cycle, and they make more lipopolysaccharide, these inflammatory toxins.
I feel like I can feel that. I can't even go like a 3-hour time zone shift. Mm-hmm. I can't sleep. My sleep's pretty good. It used to be 2 a.m.
All right. I will give you a pair of True Dark glasses, and if you wear them on your next flight, like most people can't stay awake for 15 minutes wearing these. And we've got now a new neuroscience study published in a journal showing shifts in brain waves that are similar to meditation from wearing the glasses for 15 minutes. So they literally chill the body out. And this has nothing to do with your willpower. This has to do with just hardcore biology. So understanding that good sleep and good darkness in the morning and bright sunlight in the morning can reduce autoimmunity is a big deal.
I do believe that. I believe, like, I was pretty skeptical about that for a while, but I know how fluorescent lights make me feel.
Yeah.
And so there's something that's the opposite of that. And I know that those are horrible.
Yeah.
Like, horrible. Even the studio lighting, when you're wearing glasses, it hurts.
Studio lighting is horrible. And I'm under it a lot. These glasses block the toxic part of blue, but leave the good parts of blue intact. My brain is fine at the end of the day if I wear these. And I've been on so many sets with actors and newscasters, and they're all just dealing with terrible brain fog that's caused by staring at these freaking lights all the time.
Then I'd have to wear yellow glasses all the time.
I mean,
there's no solution though, right? Are there any contact lenses you can stick in? I can have yellow eyes instead.
I haven't found any, but people just think you're a rock star, so you'll be fine. What you can
Yours
do,
look good.
Well, thank you. Here's what you can do. Get warm light bulbs. So 2700K.
And just change the coloring.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So even my studio lights in my home studio, they have the ability to change the color temperature.
These do.
And a lot of houses or homes these days, they have super bright, like bright blue, harsh.
Horrible.
That stuff will make you old. It's like corn syrup, but concentrated into lighting. It's just bad for you. So you want dimmer switches, and you want the warmest LEDs you can afford, because they made incandescent bulbs illegal in the US. Last year.
Sorry, what?
Oh, yeah. So you used to be able to buy incandescent bulbs because your body likes them. So last year, they put a fine in place of about $440 per bulb if a company sold a bulb. So I bought a few thousand incandescent bulbs right before they became illegal. So my house has amazing lighting. And when I run out of
What
those...
are Edison bulbs?
Edison bulbs are LED. They're just much better than the big bright ones.
So Edison incandescent are illegal?
If they're incandescent Edison bulbs, then you can still get them. But the incandescent bulbs, or the Edison bulbs that you buy now, that...
I got the incandescent ones.
Okay. Then
I was like, there were spotlights out there. I was like, I'm not having any of this.
Those are precious. Most of the Edison bulbs you buy today have an LED filament.
Yeah,
that's
I saw
not
those
actually
too.
incandescent.
Okay, as long as they're not illegal.
Well, they're not illegal to possess. They're just illegal to sell.
Wow.
Which is funny because
that's rude.
American companies made incandescent bulbs, but only Chinese companies make LEDs. So
lovely.
You have to wonder who had a financial interest.
Oh my gosh, what a mess.
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
But here's the deal. You can build a level of resilience, Mikhaila, that you've never experienced in your life. I did it. I had to do it. And things that are like, holy crap. You're like, okay, I don't like that. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've got enough energy to handle anything that life brings my way. And you can build that. Like, you can craft it. And you find all the tools and all the techniques.